All right. Last time we were able to get all the tasks, and this time we're going to be getting one task. Okay, so just sort of reviewing through here really quickly, we should be able to get my one task. Okay, that's good. We should not be able to get a task when logged out, and we should not be able to get another user's task. So we can get the one that's logged out for free because we have that middleware. This one, we're just gonna have to double check that the user actually owns the task before we give it to them. Okay, so get one task. Let's go find this in their tests here. Okay, so here's get one task. I want to only on this and remove the skips. Okay, so if I rerun you, yeah, okay, exactly what we expect. All three of these are failing with, well, at least the first one's failing with a 404. So let's fix that part. Okay, so in project solution, I'm going to go to routes. Okay, so we have tasks. We're going to do a get one. Let's see. So we're going to have a pub async function get one task. Return that. Let's also go to our router and add this in here. Okay, so we have tasks. Get one task. Get one task with an extra E at the end. Okay, you're happy. And then I do want this above the middleware. Okay, so we're going to have route. All right, so this is going to be API / API v1 tasks. Now, we're going to want this to be a single one, and common rest tells us that it's going to be the ID of the task. So I'm going to do task ID here. The router is going to be that. Oh, well, not exactly that. It's going to be get with that. Okay, so far so good. You could also verify that we can get this task ID and just print this out to make sure I did that correctly. So in our get one task, let's take in the path, which is going to be the task ID, which is going to be path. This is going to be an ID. So it's a I32, I want to say. I keep on forgetting what the database types are. An I32, yes. And I should be able to just debug the task ID. Okay, great. So that should solve the 404 problem. Obviously, the test will still fail, but if I rerun this, we should be able to see this debug happen. Okay, so first of all, well, that one already works. We're getting the appropriate error message. So as I said, we got that for free. We got the task ID. Okay, 3603. We have a lot of tasks now. Okay, next up, we should be able to get my task. Well, this should, in my mind, be the same task that we have in mod here, this response task. No, not that mod. This mod. It should probably be the response data task, but instead of a vector, it's going to be a single task. That's my guess. We could also double check this in the test here. So should be able to get my task. Yeah, data.data. So the data from Axios and then a data inside of it, and then just the task. So let's go to our mod. This is going to be a repeat of this specific one here, where I want you to be a response data task, which actually we already have that, don't we? Hold on. That's right here. We already have this response data task. Never mind. So let's let's just get into it. So get one task. Okay, so how to actually get the one task? Well, we need the database. So let's grab, that's gonna be state. So state, we want our database. It's gonna be state and our database connection. Let's see, what else do we need here? Not exactly sure right away. We also want to make sure we have the right return type. So this is going to be a result. Inside the result, we're going to have, well, if we did this correctly, we're going to get a, what was this called? This is a response data task. Response data task singular or an app error. Okay. Let's throw a to-do in here so it doesn't yell at us too much. And all right, so we know, oh, you know what? We need the user. So we have an extractor to use. Let's see, so state, path, we need a user. It's an extension. So it's not extensions, it's extension. We have user. And that's going to be extension, a model from user. Okay, that should be good. That should be everything we need right now. Also, this is bothering me. Go down there. Okay, so we want to do a database query. So we want, we need to grab out the use create database task entity as task. Okay. Task, we're going to find. Now we can do a find by ID here, can't we? So find by ID. The values is going to be this task ID. Okay. We can put a filter on this, so we can filter by the user ID. Okay, so that's gonna be task column user ID is equal to a sum with the user.id. Okay. Then I guess we're just gonna get one of these. Put in a reference to the DB. We'll await that. Then we have this error, right? Oh, we should also assign this to some, a user. So this is gonna be a task, not a user. We're gonna assign it to a task. Then we're gonna map this error. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to map the error and have error here. We're gonna do our eprint line. So this is error when getting one task. Okay, and then if we do get that, after we print that out, we'll app error new, give it a status code. This should be a 500, because if it successfully finds nothing, then that's not actually going to be a an error here. That'll be an error. That'll just be a none at this point. Okay, so app error new status code. We want you to be internal server error. That's what it is. The message will be we got an error when attempting to load your task. I don't really have consistent tone with these error messages. They shouldn't ever really be displayed, but that's true of like all of these type of internal server error messages, and we all know that that's not completely the case. In this project, I think we can we don't necessarily force the error, so we don't have any tests for it. Okay, and we'll question mark that, and now we have an option with that task. Okay, great. Now, if we don't have the task, we probably want to pretend, well, it's not really pretend. This route literally doesn't work. Like there's nothing to find. So it should probably be a 404 error. So we can do a let some task equals task. And I think, can we do an else? I don't think I can do like an else or anything else like that, can I? The problem is, what if there's a none in this? I don't think I can just like use this later. I think that will cause problems. So let's do a, I think we'll do an if let, oh, we can do an if let none. So if let none, or we can just check to see if it's none. So if task is none. So if you're nothing, I want to do an early return. I want to do the early return of an error. And it's going to be an app error new. Let's do a status code of not found. So that will be a 404. And we couldn't find your task. I mean, which is true. It's not your task, or it doesn't exist. Okay. So there's that. Let's see. What else do we want to throw in here? I don't think, well, we need to now convert this over to the appropriate type of task now too, don't we? Now, if we're going to need to convert it over anyways, perhaps what I want to do is actually do this as an if let sum. So let me convert this back over. So if let sum, we're going to have a task equals, this is going to be a task here. Now we get to this point, that's going to be great. We're going to do an else. Okay, so you should be happy there. Now I want this to be, this early returns out. This I want to return this is going to be a response task. So we need a semicolon here. So we're going to have a response task singular. I don't want a semicolon for you. Let's fill in your struct fields. Okay. So now we can fill this out from this task here. So ID is going to be, and I wonder, I haven't tried this before. I think I probably can come back to here, copy all of you with multi-cursor. Do all that. We'll do task dot and paste you in. Let's see if you're happy with that. You're all happy except completed at. Oh, right. Completed at wants to be a string, but we found this date time. So instead, let's map this completed at. So this will be a completed at, and we want to return a completed at to string. Okay. That way it'll be none, or it'll be some with actually just a string of the date now. Okay, that's good. That returns out. Okay, so we have a response task here. Now at the very bottom, we'll do our return. So we're returning an okay. JSON. Did we do this correctly? I did not. So this is going to actually be a JSON. Not that type. That type. With a response data task inside of it. Okay, so JSON response data task. We're going to have data, and that's going to be the response task. Okay. Can I find JSON? Did I forget? Did I not pull that in? I did not pull that in. Okay, so import you. We have no errors. Okay, so our server is already running. Let's rerun our tests and just see if everything is working now. No, we still got a failure. So, okay, we should be able to get my task. That's good. We should not be able to get tasks when we're logged out. We should not be able to get another user's task, and that failed because it wanted a much simpler error. So that is this one right here. So we want it to be a 404. As we can see here, we expect it to be a 404, but we just wanted that to be the message. Okay, so let's try this again. This should cause them all to pass. Yeah, there we go. Greens. And let's come back into our tests, and we're going to remove the only. So we'll test everything. And I would imagine everything should still pass. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Green all the way down. All right. So that is getting one task. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this is helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.